I have to admit, this is kind of a strange situation. I've just set my telephone on my dash so that it actually faces me kind of constantly. I'm listening to a podcast thinking there might be an opportunity to do a podcast, but who the fuck do I apply to? I've got a pretty extensive story, but it's all bullshit. I mean, not like I made it up, but it's not really pertinent to much. And yet, it seems that people are interested in real stories. Reality TV, all this bullshit. What if people really would listen to me? What if I have something really to say? Well, I got a few new teeth. Actually, all new teeth. I may not be pretty, but I do have some shit to say. I really care about everybody. And we need to straighten out a few things just about justice in society. Now, I'm a felon for marijuana. And I have no shame about that whatsoever. I never did nothing to hurt nobody. Never really did any real crime. I just provided something that people wanted, and they kept asking for more. They're still getting it. Everybody that once got it from me, if they still smoke, they get it from somebody. There's no stoppage. Nothing got in their way. Things got in my way. This is what happens with our prohibition right now. Yes, that's a big issue for me because it makes me a felon. I'm a criminal because of a plant. It's the only thing that's bad about me at all. And yet, I've got things that stand in my way. That and being disabled makes me pretty basically unemployable. Now, that's not really a huge issue, but there's not a lot of money in being disabled. There's not a lot of money in collecting from a government that frivolously spends your tax money on bullshit. You know, that they're spending your money in places that they shouldn't be spending it on tasks that cannot be accomplished, and they're promising you something they cannot provide. You, the taxpayer, are getting fucked. And I hate to say that, but there's no nicer way to say it. You're getting shafted and you can't even enjoy it. You know, so maybe I'll carry on and do this again. Maybe I'll even post this. It's hard to say. But the truth of the matter is, there are things that need to be said that are not being said. And they're not being presented in the proper way. And people are buying the fleecing. And I find this inappropriate. So I'm thinking about talking about it a little bit with a few people and seeing if we can create some change. Call your representatives, talk about legalization of marijuana. Let's end that fiasco and move on with creating justice in the society we want to live in. Let's get back to where we can respect our authorities, so to speak, and not forget that they're not authorities, they're representatives. These people all work for us. They're supposed to enforce rules that you believe in because you believe in them. They're supposed to protect you from others and from the ill will and profiteering of others who will feed you poison in the name of food. And I'm not just some conspiracy theorist here. You can get sawdust in a McDonald's burger, and it's called food. It's sold to you as food, and it's not labeled correctly. The FDA is supposed to protect you from things just like this. And you think they're protecting you from marijuana or cocaine or anything else? We've got all these things on the streets. I can go get any one of them right now. I can go get pills. I don't want them, but I can get them. So can your kids. Let's not be unrealistic about this. We need regulation from the things that are dangerous to people, that people will sell for profit, and at least make sure that the customer is well informed about what they're buying. We cannot dictate what they will want to buy, but we can certainly make sure that those selling it make positive representation that is actual and factual about that which they are selling. And why they are selling it for that reason, as that substance. I mean, we've got sugar being sold as honey. And that's not just speculation, that's a fact. And it's sold as honey. That is a misrepresentation. So let's look at government and see how they're representing us and how they're really representing the will of the people. And then tell them to represent us. You have the right to be heard, but you have to reach out. I'm not just a really political guy, but to tell you the truth, if we want to live free, we have to take back our country by telling them that they're representatives, not authorities. If you got anything to say about this, I'd love to hear it. I'm kind of a mouthy fuck, but hey, that's just the way I am. I'm not rebellious, I'm not spiteful, I'm just not afraid to say what I think. I'm interested in what you have to say about this. I may or may not ever do another video. We'll see. Maybe a podcast or something. Peace.